When one or more invoices or credit notes have been entered in a batch, you may choose to print, email, or fax custom-designed specification forms prior to posting. Select one or more batches from the grid, or edit a batch and select one or more entries within. Then click the Print button. You may also access the History Inquiry function to select one or more transactions from the grid to resend using the Print button. Whether you are printing from history or batches, the Print Invoices screen will open. The specific invoice number will display if only one invoice is printed, or multiple invoices if there is more than one selected within a batch, or the batch number if the entire batch is printed. You may have created multiple invoice and credit note specifications to use for different purposes. You may choose to use the selected specification form here for invoices, and a different spec for printing credit notes from here. Or if a customer has a special specification designed just for them and set on the customer record, you can have the invoice or credit note there be used when printing or emailing or faxing. There is a reprint invoices option to include already printed invoices in the print job. Otherwise, they will be skipped. If an invoice is changed after it was printed, this resets the printed status, and therefore the reprint option is not needed to be selected. On the Customer Record and the Invoicing tab, you can set which of the form sending methods are allowed, and of these, which one is the preferred method. Choose the method you want to generate the invoice forms for, and you can also pick multiple methods if needed. And also select the Match Preferred Send Method option to create one form for each invoice in the method that is preferred by the customer. When integrated with Adagio Doc Store, you can select PDF as a source, and specify the save location from the EP Options button. The file name is determined in the company profile using the Invoice Export Name code. In addition, you can choose to create a copy of this PDF to archive and attach to the transaction for the ability to view this PDF from the invoice transaction, either before or after it is posted. And an additional PDF for the accounting department can be generated if desired, set up in the company profile, using a different specification and different information than the form sent to the customer. If you are choosing to email invoice forms to customers, you should select an email cover sheet to populate the email subject and body to go along with the invoice PDF attachment. You can choose different email text for either invoices and credit notes. If you would like to attach another PDF in addition to the invoice form, such as for advertising or instructions, you can open a defined folder to select the PDF to include with all invoices or credit notes emailed or printed in this print job. Click the Send Print button to start the process. If any invoices will be emailed or faxed, options will appear to select which email address or fax number will be used, and whether to send them now or write them to a queue to send later. If any invoices are printed, the print job gets created. When complete, you are asked if printing was successful, so that the print status can be set for each invoice. If Adagio Doc Store is integrated and PDF copies are archived for customers or accounting, this is done now, including linking the PDF to the invoice entries. There are a few other considerations when printing invoice forms. If you don't want to print numeric zeros on invoices for prices, you can choose to replace these for specific fields with a text label, such as no charge. On credit notes, you can choose to print negative values for prices to make it more obvious that the document is for a refund. And whenever invoices and credit notes are printed, the specifications on this screen are remembered for the next printing to save time in selection. Other options are saved if the user preference option to remember form settings is selected. Print invoices for customers to expedite payments. Find out more about Adagio from the product page on our website. Watch another training video on this Adagio program from the playlist, or subscribe to the Adagio YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.